What's good, gang? What's good? Um, you already know the routine. It's your boy Micah back with another episode of the Micah Show. Today we are actually gonna cover my trip to Eastern Europe, right? So let me tell you like this. Oh, we finna have a nice little mukbang while we at it. So let me tell you like this, right? If you was ever looking for a place to travel, Hungary, Austria, Slovakia, in Czech Republic is the way to go. So without further ado, oh, I got a show for you. This is the Micah Show. Cue the music. Now, like I said, we got a mukbang. I just want to go get myself some Zaxby's because I ain't got no food in the kitchen. So, um, if you never had the Zaxby's loaded fries, you need to go get it. Is chicken bacon and ranch. Add some barbecue sauce on it for extra little flavor. See, hold up. Let me show you like that. Mm-hmm. 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 You eat it just like that. But let's go ahead and get to it. So if you're new here, you're new to the Micah Show, you just new to me in general. I got my cold drink. I got my cold drink. My watermelon Arizona. My little cold drink. But if you're new here, you're new to the Micah Show, you just new to me. How you doing? I'm Micah. This is my podcast. Ain't nothing serious going on here. I'm just talking about I'm putting you in my life. That sound a little conceited and narcissistic of me, but I just want to give you an authentic podcast. Just nothing scripted, nothing written out, just authentic. Let me show you what it is to be me. Maybe you could take something from this, bring it to your life. Like I was saying, my trip. So I recently went to Eastern Europe and I visited the Christmas markets in Hungary, Austria, Slovakia, and Czech Republic. Yeah. And if you don't, like I said, if you're new here, I travel with EF Ultimate Break. It's a tour company that specializes in group travel with dealing with travelers between the age of 18 to 35. I actually just went up to 35 because of COVID. Um, so that's just how I travel. That is where, if you take a look in my series, my list of episodes, right? I've done visited Spain, Belize, Guatemala, um, Egypt. I also went to Greece, but Greece was way before when I was in high school. So this whole podcast shenanigan was not existing. Um, and this year I plan on going to Costa Rica. We'll save that for later. But I just want to give you the itinerary of this trip. So I'm gonna try to keep it cute. I'm gonna keep it black, and I ain't gonna keep it brief. So stick with me. Um, so I booked the trip to the Christmas markets. It was nothing too serious. I just wanted to go somewhere, and I was like, I guess spending winter time at the Christmas markets will be something kind of fun. I'm a winter baby, but I'm not a big fan of winter. I don't like the cold. Like, I'm fine with the cold. It's not like I hate it, but I just prefer not to be in the cold. I don't prefer to be in the heat either. I prefer a nice cool middle. Nice cool middle, like that spring fall type of. There's a nice breeze coming through and the sun is out, but the sun ain't killing, and it's just cool. Right, that's me. I'm that type of person. But again, you know, this ain't nothing normal. I had to jump out my comfort zone. Let me go find something. Let me go find something new. So I went to the Christmas markets. Thought that was a cool way to spend my money. At first, I thought I wasn't gonna make it because how my finances were looking. I thought I wasn't. how my finances were looking, I thought I was gonna be able to take this trip because things didn't go how I wanted it. Things did not financially go how I planned for it to go. So I was scared. I thought I was gonna have to cancel out the trip. Thought I wasn't gonna be able to do it. Thought I was gonna lose all my money I put into it. And perseverance, I went. Mm, hmm. I think I booked this trip either right, but I think I booked this trip right before my Spain trip. So right before I flew out for Spain in May 2023, which was like last year, I booked the trip to the Christmas markets because it was something I needed, something cheap. I wanted something fun and cheap to do around December time. They gave me a nice 6 months to like pay it off and save up at the time. And so I booked the trip right before I went to Spain. Then I went to Spain, came back, tried to get all my eggs in a basket, started a new job or started teaching at a new school, all that fun stuff. And which I talked about what happened with the school in one of my earlier episodes. Um, and right right after this whole situation with the school went down, um, and I parted ways with the school, literally the next day, I had to pack my bags and leave. And this whole fiasco with the school went down on December 5th. December 6th, I had to, December 6th, I had to go and pick up all my things. December 7th, I had to cater to myself from this whole thing of the school, me losing the school, and then my trip. December 8th, I woke up, got on that plane, and we flew out. So I have my laptop here. I have the full itinerary for you guys. That way I'm not doing as much skipping around like I would normally do. There's sauce right there. So I gotta clean it up. So good. Mm, 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 mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I just bought that, so you know it's fresh. Sorry. Sorry. Don't mind the look. I only say that because I'm looking in the mirror right now. Like, I did not become photo ready anywhere. So, with EF, they give you this trip right here was a nice 10-day trip. 10 days, 3 cities. It was more than 3 cities, but 10 days, 3 cities. The only reason why I say it was 3 cities because the 3 major cities that we stayed in were Budapest, Vienna, and Prague, which are like the capital of all those 3 countries. How EF worked? Not all trips are like this, but most trips are like this. Your day 1 is your overnight. So your day 1 is actually the start of your trip. Ooh, I gotta sneeze. Hold on. No, I don't. Day 1 is like the start of your trip. You get on. That's when you do all your plane. You're flying. You board your flight. You go to your connecting flight. You go. There was a lot. I think. Was this on my way back or my way to? I remember I was in New York. Oh, it was actually my way to. Got on a plane from here, and I got on a plane to go to New York, and I remember it was a late flight, um, and got on a plane in New York, and I had to go. I had to go to my terminal, and then they told me that, oh, your plane is overbooked or something like that, so we're gonna put you on the next flight. So then I had to go all the way back on the other side of the airport just to catch my flight. And then I got that flight and I think I flew into Amsterdam. And then Amsterdam brought me to Budapest. Yes. Because I think on my way back I did Paris to Orlando. I did Paris to no, I did Paris to Orlando. So yeah, so I New York, Amsterdam, Budapest, and that y'all, this food is just so good. Like, oh, this need to be turned into a mukbang. Skip the travel. Sorry. And so, because it was a late night flight leaving Orlando, leaving the U.S., we got there, or I got there, to Budapest in the morning, actually, or like morningish afternoon type thing. Um, and so my tour guide, love him. He actually posted the itinerary for us that we had day by day. So day one was flying. Day two, we were actually in the country. Was it a late flight? I remember when I got there, it was nighttime. So I probably got there at night. Anyway, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I think what happened was is that it was a late flight leaving New York, and then I got there in Amsterdam in the morning, and then took an afternoon flight out of Amsterdam, getting in Budapest at night. Making this day two. Flying, we did flying December 8th, got there December 9th. I know it sounds a little wonky. Don't worry about it. Don't try to piece it together. So day two, got to Budapest, met my fellow travelers, all that fun stuff. Yeah, met my fellow travelers, sat there, waited. Adonis, he was there waiting for us. Did some shopping a little in the airport. Just got some toothpaste and stuff like that. We got onto a van and we rode to the hotel. From there, we got to the hotel, and what did we do that day? What did we do on December 9th? We didn't do much on December 9th. So we got there, and then he gave us our orientation stuff. And then we got there, and we didn't, like I said, we didn't do much. I want to say we possibly did a walking tour, or we had free time. And I honestly don't remember what I did with my free time. I don't remember what I did with my free time. I know we got there, woke up the next day. We had an orientation briefing, so we met up. He assigned us our rooms, and then we met up with the rest of the tour group. We went over the yada yada yada, the do's, the don'ts, the ups, the downs, the left, the rights, all that fun stuff. And then he gave us our metro passes, and we took the metro and the trams, and we went to our welcome dinner at which he said it was a few minute walk from the hotel. It was actually called Paprika. The restaurant was called Paprika. Paprika is a pepper. It's very popular in Eastern Europe. And here I am back again eating, because I'm a big back. Big back, big back, big back, big back. Hello? Like I said, we went out to eat at Paprika. I remember meeting my roommates. Because this was an essential trip. Essential just means like you get the essentially Essential means that you just get, it's a cheaper trip, so everything is a little more budget friendly for you and for the company. So instead of rooming in a two person bedroom the whole trip, like you do on a plus trip, um obviously a plus trip you get, it's on there's guaranteed two people to a room, as well as like you get a little more high end places as far as like to rest your heads and stuff like that. On an essential trip is not like that. They still give you like 2 4-star hotels and hostels and stuff like that. Or sorry, 3 4-star hotel and hostels. Again, this are European places. A 3 4-star hotel in America versus a 3 4-star hotel in Europe are not equivalent. Are not The amenities are not necessarily the same. But in this essential trip, there was 3 people to a room, at least for me. It was me, 2 other people, great people, love them, they're great. So we ended up going to Paprika, ended up getting to my hotel, doing some changing, and we ended up walking to Paprika. And people were asking me because I didn't put on my big coat. I just wore a long sleeve. It was like, Micah, are you not cold? Are you not cold? Are you not cold? I was like, don't talk about it, and I'm not. And I genuinely wasn't that cold. I was like, oh my gosh, I can knock this out. I think what it was is that obviously over time, when you're in that climate, you start to feel it on your body. But like for me, one being a Floridian, and I was terrified. I remember Googling the temperature, and it was gonna be like in the 30s. Yeah, it was like in the 30s, and I was so scared. I was like, Ma, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. So Mommy Gregory, sorry, she's not Mommy Gregory. Mommy Micah was like, it's fun. She bought me 2 pairs of thermals. She bought me some thermal socks. I actually got them down here. Hold on. She bought me some thermal socks. Don't ask me what brand these are. Oh, Polar Extreme. Sorry. They've been through some wear and tear. Polar Extreme thermal socks. They are very thick. As you can, I don't know if you can see it like this. They are very thick, and obviously they're insulated with like fur, like wool, or whatever the case may be. And they were my best friend. When I tell you, I don't think I wore any other socks. Actually, I did. I wore my Christmas socks that my bestie got me one year for Christmas. But these were really my traveling socks because they're meant for Florida cold, not Hungary cold. So these are not as um thorough. They definitely knot up and like ball up, and they were good like traveling socks. Something not too insulated to keep on your feet, just in case you get too hot, but just insulated enough to keep your feet warm while you're on the plane. So these are what I wore on the plane, and then this is what I wore throughout the whole trip. And it was just I put these on, and then or sorry, no, I put my thermal on, and then I don't know what the thermals are. Don't ask me for that. I'm not gonna go get them. But I put my thermal on, and then I put the socks over the thermals, obviously, and then I put the top on, and that's when I put on my regular clothes and my jacket. And one of my friends did tell me like just to wear light layers, and I actually did wear light layers, and very that was a very helpful tip. Solely because temperatures fluctuate. You don't want to be in a giant snowball because then you might get a brief, whiff of warmth, and so now you're in this giant snowball, but you're melting. You're melting. So light layers was definitely, you know, a smart decision. And then she got me some boots. Again, insulated, winter boots. I got front on the inside. They boots, they're really good. Which I love them and I still wear them to this day. And again, I'm in Florida. It's probably like 90 degrees and I will put on those boots. I will wear some obviously thinner socks because the boots are themselves, like I said, have fur. They're meant for winter, all that fun stuff. But I will wear those boots because they're just genuinely cool. And I told my mom, I was like, "Mom, I need to go buy myself some boots because I actually like the boots." So that was cool. But I did come prepared. It just so happened that one year, if it wasn't last year, the year before, for Christmas, again, my mother, she bought me a True Religion jacket, a nice little True Religion puffer jacket. Something cool that you don't need in Florida, but I'm a Floridian. Once it's cold, once it drops below like 60, it's cold. It's cold. So I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna bundle up. Um, but I wore that, and that's what I wore throughout the whole trip, as well as some Timberland. I had a Timberland beanie and some gloves and a scarf. That's it. Typical snow wear, winter stuff. Um, and here, hold on. What is this? Oh, okay. So, and like I said, we went to the welcome dinner. I can actually tell you what I have. I actually have a picture of it too. But for the exact, I had the grilled drumstick fillet. That's what I had at the welcome dinner. Again, or this is something with EF. They make sure to give you a welcome dinner and a farewell dinner, and then maybe some dinners in between. Once you get there, the first dinner that you would have is a welcome dinner, where you, your tour guide, and the rest of the people on your tour will all sit together, and you guys would just basically meet and eat with each other for the first time on the trip. That's when you can kind of like scope out who's the gang, who's not the gang, who you might want to hang out with, who you might want to stay away from, while I'm finna eat again, but while you're stuck with each other for the next like 10, 12, 13, 52, 85 days, you know. But I had a drumstick fillet and had some potato wedges like fries and a salad. How was it? It wasn't this. It wasn't this. It wasn't seasoned like it was this. But I mean, like, that's just typical restaurant stuff. They don't season. A lot of restaurants don't season their food. How season their food? Um, just to avoid allergies or overseas. Just stuff like that. Sodium, right? Especially in Europe, where everything is a little more healthier, a little more not processed like America. Everything is a little more healthier. So I can only assume it's just like you kill it, you da da da. But I will say, especially in a lot of countries, if it's not seasoned within the food, it'll be seasoned like if it's not seasoned while cooking, it'll be before cooking, it'll be seasoned after cooking. Um, for example, like this, um, the paprika. They use paprika in everything, but paprika is very common to use after they cook. So they might put like some paprika sauce or something on it, just to give it a little kick and a nice little seasoned taste. And I'm gonna eat it. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 This is my sign to never eat and drink during a podcast. Anyway, sorry. Um, I will say, make sure you get WhatsApp. We all know WhatsApp is very versatile. It's very helpful, especially if you are someone who goes out the country or you're someone who knows people out the country. Because a lot, all my tour directors use WhatsApp. All my tour directors use WhatsApp. Um, so that's how they would send a lot of information to us. Again, like how my tour directors send these itineraries. So on day 3, which is this one is December 10th. This is Sunday. Um, woke up. Actually woke up to snow out the window. Cause I told my tour mates that I've never seen snow before. It's my first time seeing snow. And when I got there, it wasn't snowing, but it just had the old snow on the ground. So it was like, "Oh, you never seen snow before? Oh my gosh, you can't. Don't look at this stuff. Don't look at this stuff because this stuff you have to see it when it's fresh on the ground." And da 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 da. And it was like, forecast said there's gonna be a snowfall tomorrow. So I was like, okay, this is okay. All right. I was like, okay, okay, guys. All right, guys. Oh, sorry. So I woke up the next morning. I opened the curtain, and it was snowing. It was snowing. It was a typical white Christmas. So cliche. I know. It was snowing. It was snowing. That's all I gotta say. That was a nice blanket of snow on the ground, and for my hotel room, it was just a little like a little courtyard type of thing. But right in front of the entrance of the hotel, there was they were selling Christmas trees. Which again, I know is a typical like I'm a Floridian, okay guys, leave me alone. I've never seen snow before, and I've never seen a real. Well, actually, I had a little Christmas tree before, but I've never seen like people they unloaded the trees every morning, sat them up, and they just sat there. The trees just sat there, the people just sat there, smoking or whatever they were doing. They just sat there. And somebody will come up, oh, I want this tree. So they'll take the tree and they run it through the machine to wrap it up, and then they'll put it on whatever the person brought, and then they're like, all right, you're on your way. And they actually prepackaged. And they also prepackaged trees too. So they had the trees set up on display, so you could kind of like pick and be like, oh, I want this one. Or you just grab a tree and go. Anyway, so we woke up that morning, and actually a group of us actually needed to go get cash. So you know what I did? I buttered up and went outside with everybody. I think this was actually after breakfast or before breakfast. I don't remember. But we went outside and we went to go, get cash, and we walked down, and it was just snowing, and I was just like, it was only like maybe like five of us, and I was in the back of the group because I didn't want nobody to see me have like my moment, because I was like, oh my gosh, it's really snowing, it's snowing. So I took my phone out, just recorded the snow, just recorded the scene, and yeah, I had the little snow fall on my tongue. I was like, my inner child, my inner child. So from there, like I said, I don't know if that happened before. I think that happened before breakfast. So we went to go get money, went to go back and eat, got ready, like packed all of our stuff for what we needed for the day, and we just went on a sightseeing tour. We took our metros, and no, we didn't. We actually didn't take our metro passes. What we actually did was the tour guide actually met us at the hotel when we got on the bus, and we had to walk across the street because the bus couldn't park where we were. But we walked to the bus. We got on the bus and we just took a guided sightseeing tour. Guided sightseeing tours where they load us all up on a tour bus, and they have a local guide, not the tour director. Tour director is technically not allowed to tell us anything historic, like any history or any facts about the city. That's what the local guides are for, because the local guides are trained in that per se. They are accredited versus the tour directors. They aren't accredited. Some of the knowledge they might have just might be something they acquired throughout the time of them taking this tour versus actually being taught this information. So the tour directors are not allowed to give us any information. So the local guide will come. We got on the bus and we drove around, and I don't remember any of the facts. I'm so sorry. I love her. Local guide was nice. She was a little short, like an old little short lady, and I was just, you couldn't hear her though. You couldn't hear her. She spoke really low. So it was, and we had like little earbuds things that she was speaking to, but even then it was still low. So a lot of us didn't really hear the information. We just was there. Again, she was a good tour guide. She was a fun tour guide, but she was very. I just have to rack it up to just her age. She was very. How do I say this? Seasoned. Like, she was old. She was old. She was old. So we took the tour bus, and we went to Hero Square, which is actually some which is it's literally just in the middle of like an intersection, and you have to drive around and stuff like that. But it's a plaza, right? Is this the right country? Yeah, it's a plaza, and it just has statues of like historical figures and warriors inside Hungary history. I'm about to eat again. And it's just some statues of historical figures in Hungary history. As well, like she pointed out a bunch of like they had a, I forgot what they called it, but they had a Holocaust museum. That was something that they pointed out that I kind of find interesting. I actually didn't go see it, but that was interesting. We we went to the Bastion, the hilly Buda with Fisherman Bastion. Um, a flat Pest to see Hero Square. Okay, I know what they mean. Um, this was early in the morning. We started this at like 9 a.m. So you can imagine how early we got up. We got up around like 6. Breakfast at the hotel was at 8. Then we had to meet in the lobby. We had to go over some stuff. We had the money, all that fun stuff. And then we started at 9. So we're driving around we're driving around Budapest. Like I said, we went to the Heroes Square. Where did we go? Oh, yeah, we went to Hero Square, we went to Fisherman Bastion, which it was visually pleasing, and I honestly think it was probably the most beautiful thing I've seen in Hungary. Reason for that is because it, I don't know if it was a palace, I don't know if it was a fort, I don't know. I couldn't hear the local guide, but all I know is that it was snowing. And when you look at just looking at it from down here and this place is up here, when you're looking at it, you're just like, I can't believe whatever this is, I'm here right now. Like something you see in a movie. And again, like I said, it was snowing, so it was just covered in a nice fresh blanket of just white. And I thought it was so, and a lot of people did too. I thought it was the prettiest place that we've seen. But I thought it was the prettiest place that I've seen a lot of in Hungary. We went there, we went up, she gave us a little, rundown of the place, history. And then they actually provided us tickets just to go to like the balcony, to climb up the stairs and go to the edge of the building and just kind of like see over, because you needed tickets to get in. And I remember while I was up there, taking pictures, picking it up, minding my business, why a group of these people, part of my tour, a group of them, they come up and they pelt me with snowballs. I was like, WTF is happening right now? And it's because I told them, I was like, this is my first time seeing snow. So they was like, oh my gosh, so you never built a snowman? You never had a snowball fight? A, B, C, D, F, G. So, and it's funny because like I'm looking over and I see them in the corner of my eye and I see them walking this way. Like I'm looking this way and I see them like them walking this way. Not batting an eye, not questioning it. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? What is happening here? They're pelting me with snowballs. So I said, wait, can we do that again? But this time, can we get it on camera? And it was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Because I wanted that for myself. I wanted to have a video of me getting hit with snowballs to share with my friends. Okay. So, minding my business again. This time, I gave my phone, gave it to somebody. Minding my business, drinking my water, minding my business. Monday, I'm ready. Tuesday, I'm like, got hit with snowballs again. I think the second time I got hit with snowballs was a little more personal. I think somebody took that a little more personal because I felt that. The first one was fun, but the second one I was like, okay, one of y'all. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just like a little mini snowball fight. Got to make snowballs. I actually made like my first little snowman, not a big one, just a little one. Made my first snowman, and just again, quenched my inner child's thirst just to have fun in the snow. It was a nice little Christmas market up there. So we did a little bit of walking around, shopping. One thing that they have is like hot chocolate, which I love, like hot chocolate, authentic hot chocolate, because it's literally just hot chocolate. And I like what they do with their hot chocolate. I don't know if this is a European thing, if this is like a global thing, but they like, here's your hot chocolate, and if you want a little extra spice to it, we put some in it for you. And it was like, drinking age everywhere else is 18. I don't care. I'm 20. I'm 22 at this point. If I wanted to spike it, go ahead and spike my shit. Okay, spike it. So, and that was just a lot of, that was really a street thing. Like, it wasn't like, you're getting alcohol from like a random. No, it was like, that's a thing for them. If it's cold, you want it hot, get it hot. If you want it hot with a kick, get it hot with a kick. So they did that with a lot of things. They did that with hot chocolate. They had mulled wine, which is, which is like, I guess, tea, you could almost call it. And they heat it up. They keep it heated up. Sometimes they make it fresh, but they heat it up, and you could get rum in it. Rum, like you get rum in it, right? It's, again, like I said, I'm gonna keep this brief, but like I thought that was just something cool, something fun to have. And then after that, we finished the tour at like 12, and we had free time to explore. And we went to, I don't know what I did that day. I can't, because again, this is so long ago. But we had free time at 12 to just kind of do whatever we want, whether we wanted to go back to the hotel, or you wanted to go, I don't know, just do whatever you want to do. It says here, and at 7:45, another thing that I say on my trips is that the tour director usually offers optional excursions. The company has their own set of excursions, and then the tour director has their own set of excursions. The excursions that we did with this tour director was a private cruise, a private river cruise, just, on the river, and to see the Parliament building, giant government building, just light up at night. Something cute. Another one was, this was in Austria. We went to an orchestra, like an orchestra show. And the third one was a medieval dinner. So the first one was the river cruise. This also happened on the same day, day 3, where we met up at 7:45. We met up at 7:45. Then we took a 5-minute walk to Vero Smarty Christmas Market, which is one of the main Christmas markets inside Prague. I can't really say it was anything spectacular. I know we walked through it a couple times, but I don't really think I found anything interesting there. I did some shopping, of course, but I don't think the Christmas market was as memorable as the one in Austria. I could tell you about Austria all day. But we went there, then we walked to the cruise, and then we got on the cruise. Again, just sailed the cruise. Had champagne. My local guide was there. Sweet lady at work. She actually joined us. She was down at the bottom of the deck while we were all on top of the deck. And I was just like, come hang out with us. I don't care if you're 65 or 82. When you're with me, when you're with us, you finna come party like you're 25. Let's go! But she's hanging downstairs. She came upstairs, went back downstairs, came upstairs again, and I think she hung out with us upstairs for a little bit. Then she went downstairs. And we had champagne. They had music, so we were popping bottles, having fun, sticking our head out that window, la 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 la. And I remember it was like 3 girls' birthday, so Adonis, tour director, got them a cake. They took pictures. We sang happy birthday. We had champagne, candles. We were fucking it up. Wasn't a party. It wasn't like a party cruise. It wasn't a party cruise. It was just something nice and elegant. But we finna get lit. We're not in America. We don't have to go to work tomorrow. We on a cruise with people. We finna get lit. And Adonis got lit with us. You best believe he got lit with us. So from there, and then Went back and we were able to explore. You know, if you wanted nightlife, you could go explore the nightlife, famous room bars, clubs of the city, da da da. Our local guide, she brought her, you know, she just went her own way, like just this little old short lady, just, you know. I was like, ma'am, like, let me call you. Actually, no, I think she got a taxi. That I'm thinking about it. I don't know, but like, I don't want to see old people just. I don't know. Let's see what I got here for you while I'm searching through this. Breakfast. Ooh, what is this? Oh, this looks like this might be day 4. Hold on, cause it says tour director activity exploring the Jewish quarter. This was just something. He was like, I'm finna take a walk. If you want to walk with me, I'll point out some places for you. That was it. That was it. Uno momento, uno momento, uno momento. Yeah, I can't really say much on at least day 3 of Austria, day 3 of Hungary. Um, yeah, took some pictures, had some fun, you know, got out, had a chimney cake. I don't know how to explain a chimney cake. It's like dough, and they put it on this wood spoke, and then they roast it over fire, put it in the oven, and then they sprinkle whatever your topping of choice, cinnamon sugar, coconut, I don't know, it's like cocoa powder, like whatever your topping of choice was. It was dough. Sorry, that they rolled around. They rolled around a wooden spoke, and then they rolled it in sugar, and then they cooked it. And you know the sugar would like crystallize and caramelize, leaving a nice little sugar and coating. And then they'll sprinkle like your cocoa, whatever you topping you wanted. Some places put chocolate in it, like Nutella. Some places, I know there's a place here in Florida that put ice cream in it. You get ice cream in it, whatever you want in it, really, as long as they have it. Went to the Real Smarty Shopping Plaza, got on a Ferris wheel. This is day 3, still on day 3. We got on a Ferris wheel. They had a nice little show playing on the Basilica, then we went on a river cruise, we had drinks. No, just fun. Went on a Ferris wheel. I don't know, I just thought that was interesting. Hold on. And then, what is this? Here we are, day 4 and 11. Day 4, December 11th. We had a free day in Budapest. We had breakfast at the hotel, and then he gave us some suggestions. The Central Market, which was actually this right next to the hotel, was just like this big building. And it was just a market. It was just like a shopping market. Which I think this was the last day in Budapest, so I definitely did do some shopping. Like I bought a shirt or something in there while I was there. Central Markets. What else did we do that day? Oh, we went to the thermal baths. Yes, this was our last. I'm pretty sure this was our last day. I remember waking up early, running to the markets to go buy my shirt that says I was here at Hungary. I went to go get that shirt, and I think I bought my sister like a little chest. But I went to go get that shirt, and came back, and we went to the. This was one of the EF optional tours. Was the thermal baths. Last night in Budapest, free evening and a free evening dinner for. Oh, sorry. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Went to the thermal baths, and it wasn't. I don't know. I think I expected too much from that. I don't know what I expected from that. We went. It was literally just pools. Like we went, they gave us a locker room to go change, and you go outside. Outside was nice because it was very steamy and it was hot, and it was, you know, the temperature was cold, and you get to the nice water, and you're like, it's nice and cozy. It had like 100 and something baths. They had like 3 big pools outside. They had one pool over here, one pool over here, and then one pool in the middle. And that's where people like, it was like more of an active like racing pool. People would actually go like swim laps in there. And then you go inside the pool building. They had like just like different pool. I actually have a map. They had like just like several pools just scattered throughout the whole building. Just different pools for like different things, and they had smaller rooms, and this room was like this type of spa, and then this room was this type of spa, and then you go under the building, you got this sauna and this spa, and I was like, my first time in a sauna, what? When I tell you, it was hot as hell in there, but it was just like, I don't know what it was a bunch of old people in there. I didn't know what to expect from the sauna, but I didn't expect that from the sauna. But they was just sitting there and it was like, close the door. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Because, I mean, obviously you don't want to let the heat out. So, but it was just like, I don't know. The thermal baths, cool experience, but, and so a lot of us, we ended up leaving early. Because we were going to be at the thermal baths from like 12 to 4. Yeah, we were going to be at the thermal baths from 12 to 4. You don't need 4 to 5 hours to be there. You probably just need 1 hour, and then you're like, okay, we're done. I think we ended up leaving maybe like 2. Just that we had enough time to explore. We got there like 12. We explored for 1 hour, chilled in the pool for another hour, and then we was like, all right, yeah, let's leave. So we ended up walking to the park that's nearby, and they have their own Christmas markets too. One thing about the Christmas markets is that it's just not one specific place that has a Christmas market. The Christmas markets will be scattered throughout either a city, obviously the whole country. And I'm about to shut down again. Hold on. Hello? Stop biting me. Y'all, it's cold. I'm sitting here talking instead of eating. But, oh, okay. Okay. One of my dishes while I was there that I was determined to get was chicken paprika or chicken pepper cash. Same thing, different name. I first heard of the dish from Captain America: Winter Soldier when Vision was trying to cook for Wanda. She's like, "Oh, you're making chicken pepper cash? Needs a little more of this. Let me go to the store." And Vision was like, "No, you can't go to the store." Because I love Wanda so much, I had to find out what Homegirl was talking about so I can make it for her. I had to find out what she was talking about. I'd be like, "Wanda, I made you something, babe." And she'd be like, "You want to make a little Maximoff?" Anyway. Anyway. So, I had that. I had the chicken pepper cash, and which was the food was good. The chicken pepper cash was good, but what happened to my insides was not good. The chicken pepper cash was good, but then I woke up the next morning and I had to run. Well, when I tell you I had to go and like just clear up my bowels, whoa, fighting demons in that bathroom. Had to clear up my bowels. Fighting demons in that bathroom. Had to clear up my bowels. And it didn't help because the next morning, day 5, was a travel day.